Hi everybody, I'm Brian with Aromacup.com, and I've got a special guest with me here today in my virtual coffee shop, and joining me is Joy.
Hi everyone.
And what are we going to be talking about in our video today, Joy?
Today we're going to be talking about the Breville Milk Cafe and why it makes such a good gift.
Yeah, so we thought that we would just kind of highlight some of the features of this milk frother. It's a really cool milk frother. And we're just going to talk to you about it, show you how you can use it, and sort of why we think it would be a cool thing to give maybe to yourself or a loved one or anybody else that you might know and add to your own at-home coffee shop.
So Brian, can you tell me a little bit more about this machine? I've never frothed my own milk.
You haven't frothed your own milk?
I've never frothed my own milk.
That's okay.
No.
It's okay. There's a first time for everything. Yes. It's really easy to use. So there's a lot of different kind of milk frothers. I mean, there's literally, I don't know, like probably 50 different types of milk frothers when you come right down to it.
Okay.
And they all do things differently. Some are mechanical and some are totally manual and all this kind of stuff. So this one, the focus is on making it easy. Really easy. Cool. So for you, this will be great. So let me tell you about sort of the different parts of it. So you got the base, and this is where all the heat is generated for it. It uses induction heating. So what that means is that it keeps all the heat comes from this ring right here, and it actually heats up the entire pitcher. And so that doesn't create hot spots, which is good. When you're frothing milk, if you create a hot spot, you burn the milk, it tastes weird.
Right.
You know, I mean, you've probably like had a coffee drink like that where the milk might taste kind of off. So it keeps that from happening, which is great. On the front, you've got your temperature dial. So this is something that's different from a lot of milk frothers because you can actually choose the temperature of the milk that you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can select a cold stir. So if you're going to do maybe milk for iced coffee or something like that. So that's something that's really great. You can do a cold stir. You can also do all the way up to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some hot milk.
Yeah, exactly. Which is really good because if you add milk that's not very hot to coffee, it tastes pretty lame.
Sure.
So that's the cool thing. It really focuses on ease as a result. And then you've got the pitcher. And the pitcher is pretty straightforward. It's stainless steel. It's really easy to clean.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on the inside, you see it's got these sort of hash marks. And the hash marks tell you how much milk you can add to it. And
Okay, so inside we've got a minimum, what does that say? Cappuccino, latte max, hot chocolate max.
Right.
So you have 3 levels of milk that you can add.
Right.
What do you recommend doing for just like coffee or, just like a latte or something?
So it depends on what you want to make, and that's where the 2 stirring whisks come in really handy. So they can store, by the way, on the back of it, which is cool. They're magnetized, so they just stick right on, so you don't lose them.
Oh, good. I would lose those immediately.
My cat likes to chase them around the house. So you got to you can just keep one on the back, which is cool. And then, so like you were saying, you were wondering about how would we do just milk for some coffee, because what we've got here from earlier, this is actually just frothed milk. This is primarily all foam. So that was made using the frothing whisk, but let's talk about how we can make just coffee from milk like you were talking about. So we're going to use this regular whisk. We're just going to attach it to the bottom, click it on so that it doesn't fly off while you're making the milk. And then you just set it onto the heating coil right here, the base, and then add your milk. And I'm just going to use regular whole milk right now.
Okay.
And we're going to we'll just do about the minimum line. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to place the lid. And the lid has also, I should mention, this removable sort of port on the top of it. This is so that you can add things to it while you're actually frothing the milk.
So like you could make it like chocolate milk?
Right.
Or like just add like sugar or like strawberry or
Right,
whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Any kind of syrup or something like that. And you could do that. You would probably want to do that before you start frothing, but you could get creative and start doing it while it's doing it, while it's actually frothing. So after you've done that, you just need to choose what you want to set the temperature to, and we'll do about 140 degrees.
Is that the median temperature for?
Just about.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go hotter if you want, but we're going to stick to about 140, and then you just press the start button, and then it's going to beep, and in a second it'll just start spinning, and then you can hear it working.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
And about how long does it take to froth?
About 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, which isn't too
So
bad.
then I could leave this and let my coffee brew and go take care of whatever I needed to and just come back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so that's the cool thing, is that it's really easy to use. You know, there's not much that you actually have to do here. You can just start it going and then walk away, like you said.
Awesome. And say that if I was lactose intolerant or vegan or just didn't use dairy products, can I use dairy-free milk this frother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we have some goat milk here, and goat milk is great for folks who are lactose intolerant. Or maybe you're looking to kind of vary their dairy intake, things like that. But like you're saying, if you're vegan, you're vegetarian, something like that, you could use almond milk, soy. I'm probably forgetting some here. Flax milk.
Rice, hemp, coconut, whatever.
There you go. She knows all of them.
Very cool.
You could use any of those. The only thing that you might find when you do a milk that does not have the lactose in it and the dairy content is that you may not get as much froth as you would expect. So if you wanted to get a froth kind of like that, you may not get as much of that out of almond or something along those lines. It's not just a dairy product. But yeah, you could definitely do anything like that, especially in this frother, because again, you don't have to pay attention to how you're frothing it.
Right.
A lot of manual frothers, you actually have to plan how you're going to froth it to make sure that it comes out properly. Yeah, this just does the work for you, which is cool.
That's great. And I was looking at this box and I saw this heart design, and then there's like a design in the coffee down here made with the milk. What is that?
Right, so that's coffee art.
Coffee art. Very original.
There's some people who are really, really good at it, I might add too. Yeah. So coffee art is cool because essentially it's the practice of mixing generally mixing with a swizzle stick or something like that on the top of your milk after you've added your coffee, and actually cutting through it and creating designs. And so people will draw leaves or, like you saw, a heart or something like that. Yeah. So if you want to get creative at home, you could do something like that and really...
I would love to try that. I'm not much of an artist, but...
But you might be a really good coffee artist. Yeah. You never know. So we're all done. It beeps at us when it's finished. So if you're across the house, you'll hear it finish. And then let's see what we've got.
Okay.
So it's primarily just hot milk, and then there's a little bit of foam.
And then there's just that layer of foam. So you can see the difference. We have foam down to here from this one, and that's just a very light layer over the top of your beverage.
Right. And so that's, if I was making a latte, I would use this.
Okay.
Because then I just need to add a little bit of espresso, and I'm ready to go. A latte is generally more milk than it is foam. And whereas a cappuccino, this would be great for a cappuccino because folks expect a lot of foam with their cappuccino. And that's it. And that's how easy it is to use. That's something I really dig about this unit.
Yeah, that seems great. I think this would make a great gift for, male or female. Probably more female because it feels like I could, use this and I wouldn't have to, bug my spouse to make me an espresso when it's so simple.
Yeah.
And and it's very sleek, and I think it would look great on our countertop.
So let's talk about what it costs.
Okay.
Because that's usually one of the other things that's kind of important with a coffee gift, right? Or any gift.
That's why it's a gift, right? Because I don't have to worry about it.
That's a good point. It's a good point. So you're looking at about $129, $130 to get into a Breville milk cafe. So if folks want to get this, they can just check out the description in our video right here. And you can find out some information on great places that you can pick this up and add it to your own at-home coffee shop.
So when it comes to the Breville Milk Cafe, my bottom line is I think it makes a wonderful gift if you love coffee, if you love brewing your own drinks, if you like to experiment with your at-home cafe, this is the gift for you.
And my bottom line would be that, again, you get what you pay for. You're going to get something really awesome with this. The price might be a little prohibitive, maybe if you're buying it for yourself. But like you say, I think that if you're going to get a gift, you should get something really cool for somebody. And if you give this to someone, they're going to absolutely love it. It's built great. It's got a ton of features. And you're not going to have to buy another one to be able to froth cold milk or something like that. You can do everything with one unit, so it's easy, it's fast, and it's going to last, I would think, a lifetime. I've seen this thing froth a ton of milk, and I think it's just going to keep doing it.